Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Carey Heller. Welcome back to being the best version of yourself. Today we're going to talk about the importance of mental flexibility and positive mindset. This can be really helpful for just feeling happy, reducing anxiety, and for lots of other reasons as well. A positive mindset is the idea that someone expects to have good or desired results. So thinking that the idea of someone who's optimistic. So the idea that, things are going to work out. This is going to work well. Rather than the other alternative is the person who's always pessimistic or negative, thinking, this is never going to work out. No matter what I do, it's never going to be good enough. The problem is in a lot of cases, those things can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Either as a positive, so if you have a positive mindset, things may actually work out far better than you expect. Or if you have a negative mindset, the reverse is true, and then you may never achieve what you want to because you feel like you never can, so you never do. The other key idea, mental flexibility. So this refers to the idea of being able to, kind of roll with the punches in a sense. So being able to, if things don't quite go your way. So let's say you get up and, you stub your toe. Or your significant other tells you something that really bothers you or makes you angry. Whatever it is, being able to not let that define your day is really important. For a lot of people, when things go their way, they can be pretty happy. The problem is as soon as things start not going their way, whether it's something small, like, you log your computer and it says, error needs to shut down. Or you open up your inbox and you have 20 emails you suddenly have to respond to when you didn't plan out time for that. Little things like that for some people can kind of set off a roller coaster of negative events. Whereas if you kind of have a positive mindset, which again ties the two together, going into the day, then these little things oftentimes maybe they bounce up against you and are a little uncomfortable, but you kind of push them to the side and can kind of go about the rest of your day in a positive way. So that's generally a really important thing to have, or reason to have a positive mindset. So now, let's think of a way to help you to increase the idea of a positive mindset. So think about something that you would like to accomplish, whether it's something small, like getting out of bed on time, or something large, like, starting your own business. Whatever it is, just hold onto that idea for a minute. Okay, so I hope that you have an idea in your mind of something that you can use to look at things from a positive perspective, or positive mindset. If you don't have something, that's okay. Maybe just use the example of getting out of bed in the morning. So a positive view of it would be, I can get out of bed in the morning. I'm going to be able to accomplish this. I'm going to do it. A negative mindset would be, there's no way I can get out of bed. Can you take a guess as to, if you try to get out of bed in the morning, which mindset's probably going to increase the likelihood of actually doing it versus not? It's probably pretty self-explanatory in this case, if you've listened at all to this today, which mindset's going to work better for accomplishing that goal. Okay, so we've talked about positive mindset and mental flexibility. One of the other ways that can sometimes be a good coping strategy in some situations where you get kind of thrown off is to think about something positive in terms of like things that are going well for you. So the idea maybe of practicing gratitude. So thinking, I have a great family, I have a great job, I have my health, I'm, a fast runner, whatever it is. Like think about a couple of things that are going well for you that you can identify. They're either more of like a personality trait or something about yourself, which I guess can be a personality trait, but just a couple positive things that you can use. Because when you get faced with an obstacle during the day, so let's say you get a million emails, someone's really angry, you did a horrible job on this, how could you do this, kind of thing. Then think to yourself, okay, so this is one isolated situation where someone's not very happy with me. However, I think to myself, I have all these positive things going for me. Or even if you don't have that many positive things going for you at the moment, think about a general sense of what you could have in your mind. So maybe it's I'm a great artist. I'm really creative. I'm consistent at working out. Whatever it is, hold on to those things and use that to bolster the negative things that come through your mind. Because a lot of times what happens for people is if you're constantly, getting this information coming in, I'm not a good person, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that obviously over time gets really reinforced. But if kind of the outside is, I'm good at these things, I'm a good person, et cetera, and then you have these little things that are not so positive that pop up, think about you kind of can almost have a shell, and you kind of like brush off these negative things, so you kind of keep going about your day in a positive way. The key, though, is to keep that shell up in a way so that you're able to maintain sort of a positive approach to things and not let things get very negative. Because once they start getting negative, if you can't stop it, that's where I think people oftentimes run into trouble with maintaining a positive mindset. Alright, so I hope this has been helpful, just giving you a really quick snapshot at the idea of a positive mindset and mental flexibility, and just thinking for yourself how you can take these ideas and apply them to your own life to try to make some small changes today, which in turn can have a very positive effect. No pun intended. Well, I guess maybe actually kind of intended, but alright, well until next time, this is Dr. Kerry Heller.